Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. And welcome to the weekend. It is Saturday morning. Our teachers for this week are the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. And let me get right into today's message. Your ability to choose your response is a superpower. It is the key to unlocking a life far less stressful and far more fulfilling. Sunready, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's easy to underestimate the power you have to choose your response, or even choose not to respond at all. Instead, you get caught in a trap. Your emotions and actions hijacked by external events. You become like a programmed robot, reacting on autopilot whenever a button is pushed. Honey, a very good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's really good seeing you. Hello. Nella, good morning. It's awesome seeing you. Happy weekend. Danae, good morning. Happy Saturday to you as well. What a beautiful place to start our day. A few quotes right from the book. One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things, said the mole. The greatest illusion, said the horse, is that life should be perfect. Isn't it odd? We can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside, said the boy. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose, said the horse. Focus on what's right under your nose, says the horse, which is exactly what our meditation today is about. Take a moment to experience your 5 physical senses. Take a few deep breaths, sit back, and soak up the experience that your senses are giving you. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? What does your skin feel? The first quote mentions that one of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. It means that we can choose what our response should be, or to not get involved at all. Freedom from being triggered into reacting. Anthony, good morning. Happy Saturday to you, dude. I want to mention that last phrase again. The freedom from being triggered into reacting. That is a great freedom to have. Charlene, happy Saturday. Hello, good morning. To make the meaning even more clear, let me approach it from the other side. One of our biggest traps is our compulsion to react to things. Having our emotions and our actions hijacked by events around us turns us into nothing more than slaves. Whenever the button is pressed, the monkey dances. Bring your awareness again to your senses. Notice how easily you are able to sit with the experience provided by your outer senses. No judgment, no criticism, no reactivity, just allowing the experience to unfold, almost as if you're just an observer. With enough practice, you can develop the same skill towards everything that happens around you. Sit, breathe, and notice the experience that your inner senses are providing you. How your emotions are stirred into life in response to what is happening in your world. Can you also learn to feel your inner senses without being triggered into reaction? What happens when you're able to sit and allow the experience of hurt, grief, anger, shame, jealousy? When you're able to allow the feeling to be felt, like allowing a smell to linger, even if it's not something you enjoy. You are setting yourself free from the illusion that life should somehow be perfect in order for you to be happy. Everything you experience is felt within you. Even when it's a human being in front of you that's pushing your buttons, it's the emotion inside of you that you're struggling to deal with. When you can allow the experience inside of you to unfold without resistance, you will find yourself stepping into the space of the observer. Surrender, clarity, developing the ability to see where to take action and where to just back off. Freedom is only available to you when you are no longer enslaved by the compulsion to react. If you're ready, let's take the opportunity to practice that again. And it really is a practice. We get better at everything that we're consistently practicing. You can close your eyes. We'll take the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself expand from your core outwards in all directions. As you breathe in, feel yourself grow. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, really feel your body rise with every inhale, and feel your body fall with every exhale. Our journey today is a journey through the experiences that this body has, and we'll start checking in with this body right now. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your forehead, to the space between your eyes. Do you sometimes perhaps find yourself carrying a frown there? And when you do you remind yourself to soften? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you perhaps sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth, or pressing your tongue hard against the roof of your mouth, or your jaw muscles clenched tightly? And when you do you have a conversation with this body? Do you let this body know that right now everything's okay? It would be okay to soften. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes have tight shoulder muscles? Your shoulders pulled up tightly and high, almost level with your ears. And in that moment when you recognize it, you remind yourself to take a few big breaths, roll out your shoulders, and help this body soften. With your next exhale, as your body softens, check in with your stomach area. Tension hides there probably more easily than anywhere else in our body. When you realize you're carrying a tightness there, do you have a conversation with this body? Do you remind this body that right now it is safe, and it would be safe to completely soften and let go? Lastly, check in with your legs, check in with your arms, and very specifically your hands. Another area where tension hides in clenched fists without us realizing. Make sure your hands are relaxed and half open in your lap. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to help this body stretch, adjust, and settle down. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now. We can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of today's journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the reminder is that we're checking in with all the senses of this body. And while we are checking in with this body, perhaps if you can, when you take your next big breath, when you dive deep into you, wrap your arms around this body. Have a quick conversation with this body. Let this body know, hello body. I really love having you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts right at the top with our eyes and what we can see, and then works its way through our body. So with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what's the most obvious thing you would see, or at least one of the obvious things you'd see? And now with your eyes closed, study this obvious object. See it from all of its angles. Find all of its color. And see if you can see the texture of this object. Take your next big breath. Let's change gears. We're still staying with what we can see. But this time, as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find something not so obvious, perhaps the least obvious object in your room. As you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, study this less obvious object. See it from all of its angles, find all of its color, and see if you can even see all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to just observe this experience. And where else could you apply this? One example could be when you're driving, when you're in traffic. What is something you often see that makes you react? Can you apply this same practice to the next time you're in traffic and you see the same thing? Could you remind yourself that you also choose not to react? Your reaction is not going to change driving of other people. Your reaction could potentially only make you unhappy. Our next stop is your ears and what you can hear. When you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you hear. And see if you can find different vibrations in that obvious sound. Take your next big breath. Let's change gears and this time bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can hear. Listen deep into this faint sound. See how much of it you can hear right now. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to just observe this experience right now. What else in your world can you apply this to? The world is full of sounds that we don't always want to hear. In this morning's message, the horse says the greatest illusion is thinking that the world should be perfect. We're going to always be confronted with our perceived imperfections in the world around us. What is a sound that you can deliberately start softening yourself to? The next time you hear the sound, instead of tensing up, have the conversation with your body to soften. Try and let your body know this sound is not a threat. It's not easy. Practice is required. We'll take another step down, and these next two steps are a little bit more difficult to do, I know. The next one is smell. So change your breathing to whatever it needs to be for you to smell what is around you. See if you can find an obvious smell right now. Take your next big breath. And let's go there one more time. This time, as you take your next big breath, see if you can find any other smell, anything besides the first obvious smell. Take your next big breath. Smell is a particularly good one to practice this with, because it's hard to not react to a bad smell. But it gives us a great opportunity to practice. The next time you walk into your kitchen, perhaps, and there is a lingering smell of something bad in that kitchen, it's probably in the bin. Instead of reacting, grabbing the bin and tossing the bag outside, could you wait a moment? Could you have a conversation with this body and ask it just for a moment to not react? For a moment, can we soften and not let the smell control us? And then sure, of course, you'll empty the bin, you'll take out the bag. But not while you're being controlled. We'll take another step down to your mouth, to what you can taste. And this one's particularly difficult to do right now because you probably don't have anything you can taste with you right now. But either way, dig deep into your curiosity. As you take your next big breath, see if you can find any obvious taste right now. Take your next big breath. Reach for that curiosity again, and this time, see if you can find any other taste, anything besides the first obvious taste. Take your next big breath. Now, I don't think anyone should ever be forced to eat something of which they really dislike the taste. But this is a very valuable exercise still. It's very normal for a nervous system that over years has accumulated a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of heat, for that nervous system to become reactive to everything that happens really easily. And this is a very simple exercise to communicate to that nervous system that we can be okay with things even if we don't always like them. So try it the next time you taste something that you don't quite like. Have a conversation with this body. Ask it to at least become softer, even if it doesn't like the taste. We have one more stop, the surface of your skin. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and see if you can find where is the most obvious sensation. And then linger on that obvious sensation. What are the different kinds of pressure and sensation you feel there? Take your next big breath. Then one more time. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find on the surface of your skin the slightest sensation. Where is it that you can just feel fabric rest on skin? Or perhaps just feel the air touch the skin of your cheek or your forehead. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down. Feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time the few quotes from today's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things, said the mole. The greatest illusion, said the horse, is that life should be perfect. Isn't it odd, said the boy. We can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the inside. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose, said the horse. Everything that you experience is felt within you. Even when it's a human being in front of you that's pushing your buttons, it's the emotions inside of you that you're struggling to deal with. When you can allow the experience inside of you to unfold without resistance, but also without reacting to them, you will find yourself stepping into a more spacious place, the observer. Surrender, clarity is available here. Developing the ability to see where to take action when it's needed, but also where to just back off. The first quote from the mole says, one of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. Because freedom is really only available to you when you are no longer enslaved by the compulsion to react. While you have a compulsion to react, you also cannot be free. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Take a deep breath in. Thank you so much for this body. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my outer senses that give me information from the world around me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my inner senses that bring me information from the world inside me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my higher self that knows that all of these senses are messengers. They bring information that tells me something. It tells me something about the world around me, or tells me something that's happening in the world inside of me. But my higher self understands that they are messengers, and these messengers should not be given decision-making power. Thank you to my higher self that will choose how to respond to any of these messages. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Thank you, Nelly. Hope you have a really beautiful weekend. And that your higher self understands that every messenger that comes with a message is to be listened to, but not to be given decision-making power. That should reside with your higher self, with your wisdom. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Vivian, a very good Saturday morning. I just saw you pop up. Have a beautiful weekend. Ciao, ciao.